Adding another notch to the company's proverbial belt of 2023 bikes, Ducati announced the continued evolution of its fight formula with the 2023 Ducati streetfighter V4 and V4S models, as well as an exclusive streetfighter V4 SP2. Unveiled in 2019 for the 2020 model year, the streetfighter V4, with aggressive and minimalist aesthetic and characterized by a front inspired by the Joker from the comic series, was hailed as setting new performance benchmarks in the supersport naked segment. Ducati says the 2023 streetfighter V4 models push the concepts of the fight formula even further, the key elements of which are the Panigale V4 stripped of its fairing, high and wide handlebars, a 1,103 cubic centimeters Desmacetesi straight-ailed making a claimed 208 horsepower at 13,000 RPM with revised calibration to match the larger diameter of the silencer outlet, biplane wings, and the latest generation electronic package. But the removal of the bodywork isn't the only area where the new streetfighter V4 aligns. With the 2023 Panigale V4, the new streetfighter implements the power modes logic already developed in the Ducati Panigale V4 and V4S with calibrations dedicated to the Desmacetesi straight-ail engine in the streetfighter configuration. In addition to the previous high and medium power modes which have been revised for 2023, two new power modes have been developed: full and low. For the high and medium power modes, a new throttle-by-wire map management system has been developed with a dedicated calibration for each of the 6 gears for optimal acceleration. The new full power mode allows the engine to have its full potential torque without electronic intervention, except in first gear, and the low power mode has been designed for riding on low grip surfaces, limiting the maximum power of the bike to 165 horsepower and offering a softer and more manageable throttle response. The 2023 streetfighter V4 also sees the introduction of the new wet ride mode to make riding even safer on low grip surfaces. The standard equipment is upgraded by a lithium-ion battery for the S and the SP2 version. The 2023 streetfighter V4 also features the new engine brake control EVO2 software, which is said to improve stability, precision and directionality in the braking and corner entry phases. This software features a different gear-by-gear calibration on each of the 3 selectable levels. The new strategy was developed to optimize the amount of the engine brake based on the load on the rear end. In the first braking phase, when there is little load on the rear tire, the EBC EVO2 provides less engine brake, increasing braking as the rider approaches the center of the corner. This upgrade provides additional control using the engine braking in all riding conditions and reduces locking up of the rear wheel in the most demanding braking sections. The streetfighter recently lost its spot as the world's most powerful unfaired bike thanks to the launch of BMW's new M1000R, and Ducati's updates for 2023 don't remedy that situation. However, we're talking about a fraction of a percentage point of difference. Whichever version of the streetfighter V4 you choose, it makes a claimed 153 kilowatts, which translates to 205 brake horsepower. In comparison, the new M1000R makes 154 kilowatts. But the chances are nobody would be able to register that difference without some sophisticated telemetry on hand. However, if you absolutely have to win the barroom contest for maximum on-paper power, there's a route to do it with the streetfighter. If you choose the SP2 version with its dry clutch, you're able to use the new Shell oil, developed with Ducati for the latest Panigale V4 or superbike, that cuts internal engine friction by 10% and in doing so pushes power up by up to 3 horsepower. This oil can't be used in the lower streetfighter models as its race-bred additives would cause problems for oil bath. Clutches. The most notable changes for all versions of the streetfighter V4 come in the form of updated electronics. There are now 4 engine modes: full, high, medium and low. Full takes the Ronseal approach and does what it says on the tin, giving max performance in all but first gear. In high and medium, the ride-by-wire is mapped for each of the 6 gears, while in low the peak power is cut to 165 horsepower and the throttle response is softened. The new Streetfighter V4 range starts at 21,095 pounds, rises to 22,895 pounds for the S version and then hits 30,595 pounds for the new SP2 model. Compared to the 2022 machines, those numbers represent a substantial increase. The old entry-level version was 19,395 pounds to 1,700 pounds less than its replacement, and the old SP model undercut the new SP2 by the same amount, coming in at 28,895 pounds for the 2022 machine compared to 30,595 pounds for the 2023 version. The S used to be 1,400 pounds cheaper than its replacement at 21,495 pounds. Whether those price increases are justified by the updates will depend on your point of view. There's no question that the 2023 Streetfighter is a more accomplished machine with distinct improvements over the earlier model, but those improvements are incremental rather than revolutionary and perhaps not justification for owners of the current model to rush to chop their bikes in for the new version.